Hello everyone, welcome in. This is Cooking with Mr. Taterbuggin. Looking for everybody to join us tonight. We are cooking some chicken and dumplings, some easy chicken and dumplings I might add, and a little surprise dessert. Everybody come on in. Let's
if you're watching on replay, comment #replay for us.
Yes, please.
So we know you were here.
Glad to have everybody. Everybody come on in.
Good evening, Kathy.
And there's Carol Plummer. Hey,
Hi,
Carol.
Glenda.
Glad to have everybody here. Welcome, welcome.
Yes, we're back, Cindy.
Got some treats in store for you tonight. It's going to be a little busy, but we're going to try to get it all done for you tonight. Again, tonight we are cooking some very easy, quick chicken and dumplings. It's a great little meal to have. It's not Grandma's, because Grandma used to do our dumplings and all a little differently, but this is quick and easy and can come out real quick, kind of the last minute.
It's also not Sweet Sue though, right?
Huh?
It's also not Sweet Sue.
It's
so
also not Sweet Sue, not at all, no.
Oh, Lynn, you're so sweet. Yeah, hi, Terry.
We're also going to be making some apple pie muffins.
I told him about those.
And since those have to bake, we're going to start with the dessert first. We'll get that done, and then we'll get the chicken and dumplings going. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Let's get started here. For the sake of time, we are going to get going.
Hey, Lee, the turquoise Valentine's in the house.
Hello, Lee. How are you? Glad to have you.
That sounds good too, Cindy.
Glad to have everyone. Glad to see everybody here. We're already up over 70 right now. Thank you.
Welcome, Tina. Tina's a first-time viewer.
Well, Tina, welcome. Glad to have you. Let's cook.
It was, Glenda. It was about 30 minutes away. We have a lot of friends out there, so we decided to go on with the show and bring some joy. It was a scary afternoon around our area.
It was, and kind of really odd to have in that area out there. That's a really nice area out there.
It's like Mayberry.
So let's get to cooking.
What smells like it's burning to me? What smells like it's burning to me?
Well, I've got the oven preheating.
Oh, maybe there was something there. Okay.
Maybe so. The oven is preheating right now to 375 degrees. We need a large bowl, and I am going to adjust the camera for you a little bit so y'all can see a little better.
Sherry, y'all have
What
all
we're
been
doing
so
here.
sweet to worry about us and to check on us.
We need a large bowl to start with, and we're going to start out with 2 1/4 cups of good all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, and just a little bit of salt. And we're just going to kind of mix those together. We need to just kind of combine those real nice and pretty. And then we're going to go to the wet stuff. Yeah, something does smell like it might have spilled in the oven. All right, so that's ready to go. Now, in another bowl, we're going to start with an egg.
Debbie, she said, I have to say, I think we beat Mr. T. My dog called 911 by sitting on the phone in the car while we were driving. The local police called to make sure we were okay.
Yeah, I'm starting a trend, I guess. All right. By the way, Lee, thank you very much for the little towel of gnomes. Towel of gnomes.
Y'all, we live about 30 minutes away from where that happened today, and we got friends out there. So we got to remember all the people affected.
All right, we're just going to mix that egg up a little bit. To that, we're going to add, let's see, egg, and we need a cup of buttermilk. A cup of buttermilk.
Oh, good. Rita made your apple cinnamon cake, and it was so delicious. Wait till you try these muffins, y'all. It was with coffee this morning. It was my
These
favorite.
muffins are really good. Really, really good.
Mary, that's a Dollar Tree towel. Lee brought that to us.
All right, we got a cup of buttermilk in there. We're gonna put, there's some melted butter in the microwave over there that I need. Make sure that's melted good for me.
On it.
We need a teaspoon of vanilla. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
My lovely assistant, by the way, Lindy Tate.
Rhea, I got you fixed up, girl. I've got tissues for your issues. Yes, Debbie, absolutely.
All right, a teaspoon of vanilla. We're gonna add, this is a stick of butter melted. We're gonna add that.
Thank y'all for the hearts.
Thank you. All right. Then we're gonna add 1.25 cups of dark brown sugar, packed. All right. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna mix this.
Thanks for tossing the taters, Rhea. I was afraid my comments had stopped for a minute. Y'all, I can't. The last comment I got was from Rhea.
All right, we're gonna mix this until we get that sugar dissolved in that egg and butter mix and get everything mixed together real good. I'm gonna try a whisk with that.
Oh, there's just hearts and hearts flowing. Hi, Crystal. Oh, Glenda, I swear these are probably my favorite muffins. And they're perfect for this time of year. I like apple cinnamon anything, but these are just really good. Hey, Debbie from Kentucky. Y'all just got those hearts flowing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, for the apples, we have 2 cups. Bear with me a minute.
Carla, you're gonna love them.
I have 2 cups of Granny Smith apples that are diced pretty small because we want these to be able to go into these muffin tins. Y'all need to make this and have it with coffee and all right, this is mixed good. We're going to pour this right into this big bowl. Make sure and get all of that sugar goodness out of there.
I have not posted the recipes yet, but I will do that tonight to get those for you. And pretty soon I'm going to have a whole, we're going to have his recipes done up for y'all where you can just download them.
All right, we've got the sugar and egg mixture with the flour. We're going to add the 2 cups of the diced apples, and then we're just going to mix those together real good until it'll get almost caramel looking. Caramelly.
Hi, Jennifer from Bryan, Texas. Hey, Shelly. Thank you. Oh, we got Millington and Munford in the house.
Who?
Millington and Munford.
Oh, okay. Now you have to mix this pretty good because the flour is not going to want to mix with that sugar stuff. So we want to mix that really good.
Hi, Belle.
Make sure you incorporate all the flour out of the bottom of that bowl. I appreciate everybody being here tonight with us.
Yeah, Deborah just sent you 100 stars.
Holy smokes.
Thank you, Deborah.
This weekend opens up bow season with deer, so I'll be gone. See if I can put some fresh deer in the freezer.
Yeah, we had an event that we were going to have to go to this weekend, and plans changed, and he's going to go bow hunting and see if he can get us some more meat. Susan, he's making homemade chicken and dumplings the easy way, and right now he is making apple pie muffins.
I'm going to put this buttermilk in the refrigerator.
Jane says she would have combined the wet and dry first and then added apples. I'm sure you could do it that way.
Sure you can. I just kind of do it all at one time. It seems to work very well.
Now, did you use, is there buttermilk in this?
The buttermilk is in this,
Yeah,
yes. It's a
okay.
cup of buttermilk.
So Rita, there you go. You've got your buttermilk that you bought when you made the cornbread, but you can use it in this recipe. Thank you, Brenda. Hello, Tina.
All right, so we have this ready to go. So what I've done, I've got a 12 cupcake baking pan here.
Hey, Lyle Hunter, what you doing here?
And what we're going to do is we're just going to fill each one of these
Thank you, Diane.
full with this mixture.
Okay.
And then bear with me, this takes a little bit of time with it, try to not make a mess out of it.
Oh, Cecile, this might be a good one if she did. I bet you wouldn't have to make this into muffins. You could put it in a loaf pan.
I bet you could.
Patty wants to know if you have to use buttermilk.
You know, the recipe calls for it, and I rarely stray from those recipes, but I'm sure milk would be just fine.
Welcome, Susan. I'm so glad you're enjoying what we do here.
I'm getting each of these kind of divvied out, and then I'm going to go back and fill them, because you want these filled actually pretty much right to the top of these little paper liners.
Penny wants to know, she got booted for a second. She's back, and she wants to know if she missed any set-asides. Well,
We haven't set it aside yet, Penny, but
you never know.
we're going to get there.
Oh, Cecile,
All right, now I'm
so
going to go
sorry.
back and just fill each one of these as they settle. Just get them full.
Lyle, do you not cook? I bet you do. Lyle says he wishes he could cook like you.
Oh, there's nothing to it.
Hi, Jennifer. Yeah, that's true, Bev. I've heard that. If you don't have buttermilk, add a little vinegar to regular milk. Yes, we will, Susan. I sure will post it. I'm going to try to get that ready for y'all and post it tonight. Hello, Judy.
Okay, I'm sorry for the time here, but we're going to get these filled up.
Good idea, Carol. She uses a ice cream scoop to fill her muffin liners.
Sometimes that works very well.
I don't think we have a really good ice cream scoop around here, though, so need to get one of those that just scrapes it right out. Thank you for sprinkling, Patricia.
We are just about there.
Wait till you see what they look like when they're finished. Bev, yes I did. Our sweet little printer who's doing those fell and broke her wrist last weekend, but she is such a trooper. She sent me a message, and she's going to have the t-shirt order ready by the end of the week. Doing it one-handed, bless her heart. No, you didn't, Pamela. He's doing the muffins first, so they'll be cooking while he makes the chicken and dumplings, so you haven't missed
Right.
it. I'm just trying to catch comments while you're busy filling those.
I'm trying to just get them filled here. Okay, just about there. Just about got all of it out of the bowl.
No, ma'am, you didn't miss the dumplings, Susan. He's doing those next. Oh, he'll love these, Susan. These are so good.
All
They were
right.
all afraid they had missed the chicken and dumplings.
Nope. We're starting with dessert first.
Yep.
That's a good plan, don't you think?
Jennifer, these are called apple pie muffins, and they're to die for.
Okay, so these are filled. Now we're going to make a little topping.
Yes, Martha, I will get these recipes posted hopefully tonight. Better late than never, Michelle.
Glad to have you.
Oh, I bet, Susan. Yeah, they're all
All right, so we're going to make a little crumbly topping. And I am going to need you to melt some more butter for me.
All right.
Oops, I'm going to put that right in the middle of the cinnamon.
Okay.
All right, we're going to start out with a half a cup of brown sugar. We are going to put 2 tablespoons of melted butter in there. There's going to be a teaspoon of cinnamon that goes in there. And then we're going to put a third of a cup. I've got a third of a cup of just all-purpose flour that I'm going to put in there. And when we get that butter over here in just a minute, we're going to take a fork and just kind of crumble this in there. That's 2 tablespoons of butter melted.
Really, Penny? Like I said earlier, I never met a dumpling I didn't like.
Penny? Is that Penny Williams?
Yep, that's Penny Williams.
Told her I set these aside for right now.
She set them aside. There you go, Penny. Get started.
All right, so we're just going to take a fork and crumble this topping up. It has flour and sugar and cinnamon in it.
Barbara is here. She's new to the page. Welcome, Barbara.
Glad to have you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, this topping it gets crunchy. So like, oh, it's crunchy. I can't get my words out. It was so good, I'm drooling.
So we're just going to crumble. This is just, you want this to be, because you put butter in the flour and the sugar, it's going to come out crumbly, which is what you want. And it just has to be mixed pretty well together.
You just sprinkle it on the top.
Yeah, and you use a fork so that it kind of breaks that butter up into all of that sugar.
I don't think you put anything in the bottom of the liners, Lynn, did you?
No, nothing at all in the liner, Sad.
Look at that nose.
That's my dog. Okay, so now, let me assure you, I just washed my hands. My hands are clean. Can you see the tray here? Let's see if I can get that over just a little bit better.
Oh, Rita says she showed her husband your 16-point buck and he is jealous.
Oh, yeah? All right, so we're just going to take this crumbled topping and we're going to put it on top of every one of these little guys.
I don't believe he didn't, Lynn. It's just the batter.
What's that?
She thought she saw you sprinkle something in the bottom of the muffin liners before you put the batter in. No. Well, I'm glad you're back, Patty. Yes, it's a streusel topping. It's
pretty much what it is a streusel topping. It's sugar, butter, and flour.
We should call these, I think,
apple streusel.
Apple streusel muffins fits better, I think, than apple pie.
And Pete is standing right here just in case I drop a dab.
He's the cleanup committee. Cindy, he showed that last Thursday night. So go back and watch the one that's titled Aunt Frances Spaghetti. And you will see his 16-point buck.
Oh.
I had a man tell me in the comments on one of these his cooking videos to shut up and let him cook. But I'm just trying to catch comments, and I promise I'm not trying to overtalk him, y'all. I'm just trying
She's just filling time for me.
And it helps him, so he can't read the comments while he's cooking.
While trying to do some of this, no. All right, so you're going to end up with
I bet they were still good, Emily.
a mess.
But it's so worth it.
Yeah, let's see. That one right there needs that last little bit right there. Okay.
He made a trial batch of these yesterday. And so my parents got some for their coffee this morning. They're already hollering for some more. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Thanks for being patient with me and
Excuse me.
me reading the comments and stuff. Oh, I do too, Michelle. Thank you. Linda says we make a great team. I ought to tell them what you said to me this morning.
We are a great team. You don't need to share that.
I was walking around in mismatched pajamas and fuzzy socks this morning. And all he said was, I am a lucky man. And then I realized, and I said, well, you put your sassy pants on this morning, didn't you?
Okay, so these little guys are ready to go in. The oven is preheated. Back up, Pete. Back up, Pete. No, back up. I'm going to singe your dog hair there, man.
Come here, Pete. Don't.
All right. Those are going in the oven for about 22 minutes on my timer here.
And what did you preheat to? I forgot.
375.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a little cleanup here, and then we're going to get started. Everybody ready to go on some
Dumplings.
dumplings? All right, we're going to need a big old pot because we're going to make a big old mess. And I don't know who that is, but
Tell them you're busy.
okay.
Hey, Jane.
If y'all will bear with me a minute, I'm going to get all of my chicken and dumpling stuff over here. You're going to need you need 4 cups of chicken broth, a package of frozen mixed vegetables. You're going to need some garlic, some onion powder, garlic powder, onion powder, Italian seasoning, poultry seasoning. We need some flour, and we'll get to that in just a minute.
I'm sorry, Nelda. Sometimes the notifications work and sometimes they don't. I can't figure it out.
All right, so we need to bring 4 whole cups of this chicken broth to a boil. And while this is coming to a boil, we're going to, oops, that's cutting my head off. Why did I do that? Hello. All right, this is going in. I've got the fire burning under it.
Penny, is today your birthday? Penny Simpson. She said, Mr. T is cooking my birthday dinner. Thanks, Mr. T.
Happy birthday to you. All right, in this 4 cups of chicken broth, we're going to put in a tablespoon of Italian seasoning.
Penny, I'm not a huge fan of them either, except in something like this or in chicken pot pie.
We're going to put in a tablespoon of onion powder. This is 2 teaspoons of poultry seasoning. We need a tablespoon of garlic powder. I need to add 1 cup of water to that broth. All right. grits in there. And we got, let's see, we're gonna put some butter in there. I'm gonna say about that much. About that much right there. How much is that? That's about 2 tablespoons. And let's see, we need to do some salt and pepper. So we're gonna get out the magic. And y'all, I'm having trouble getting everything in the picture tonight. Some salt, some black pepper, good old fresh ground black peppercorn.
So how many of y'all out there like grits? If you eat grits, we got a cheesy grits recipe that is so good.
That is.
I'm just curious if
really
y'all.
Good.
I know being in the South, we love grits, but I don't know how everybody else feels about them.
Now, we're going to make chicken and dumplings, so we need chicken.
Ooh,
And
so
I have.
you're loving grits. That would be a good one for us to do.
I have 1 large and 2 small chicken breast here that I have grilled that are ready to go, and I'm going to cut those into just some bite-sized pieces.
Judy, I'm an Alabama girl too, and we called it Alabama ice cream. Patty says they're nasty.
Grits,
You either love them or hate them.
that's usually the way it is. Grits are delicious.
I couldn't believe my dad did not eat. I mean, he's a Southern boy too, but he did not like grits, and he said it was like eating warm sand. I love them. Oh, Deborah's from the North, but she loves grits.
Good for her.
No, Monica, there's going to be how many chicken breasts, did you say?
I usually use 2 large chicken breasts, but I've got 1 large and 2 small that I'm going to use in here. So it's about 2 pounds of chicken, is what it amounts to. And Pete says, I like chimkin.
Yeah, chimkin's good.
Yep, I like chimkin. And I'm just cutting these up into bite-sized pieces. Chop them up a little bit. And we're not going to add those until this comes to a boil in our pot. So I am going to set this aside.
Okay. Minnie, thank you for sprinkling. Now, I can't eat mine that way, Phyllis. I have to have salt and pepper, lots of pepper and butter.
How is she?
I'm sorry. Minnie was sprinkling, and Phyllis was saying she loves grits with butter and sugar.
On this,
He's got curly hair, doesn't he, Kathy?
yeah, I do.
He's got the curls. All those Tate boys got the curls. And the Tate girl got the curls.
Yeah, she
Not
did.
as much as y'all did, though. Not the way it goes.
All right, this, as far as the chicken goes, you can boil chicken, you can bake chicken. I like mine grilled. I put it on the grill and cooked it earlier so that it would be ready, save a little bit of time. Excuse me, boys.
Oh, Melanie, that sounds good. I would try that. Susan says put a lid on the pot and it'll boil quicker.
It's coming. It's coming around.
I've never had cream of wheat, Grace. I don't think grits are like cream of wheat.
No.
No?
Well, I don't know. They're close.
Are they?
Cream of wheat's really good, though. I used to have cream of wheat all the time.
I don't know that I've ever had it.
All right, that's
Shrimp and grits is delicious.
That's to a good boil, so I'm going to turn it down just a little bit, but keep it boiling. And get this chicken in there. This little dish, if you want to make a quick dish that's really flavorful, everybody loves, got lots of taste, you know, A lot of people make their own dumplings. That's a good idea. But this is a simple way to do it. All right, this is ready to go in because...
They say you give those babies a bite of chicken.
There's one. There's two. Where's Bo?
We love oatmeal down here too, Kathy.
Here you go, Bo. There
That's
you go.
what-
Okay, they all got chicken.
When I spent the night with my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, she would cook us oats for breakfast. It's smelling good up in here, y'all.
All right, yeah, we got a lot of flavors going on here. We got that poultry seasoning, the Italian seasoning. So we're going to bring this back to a boil. And then we're going to cover it. In the meanwhile, we're going to make a slurry. All right, get back. And to do that, you need a big jar. And I am going to use an old mayonnaise jar. 3 cups of milk. 1 cup of flour. I've got 1 cup of flour here. I'm going to try to get it in that. Try to get it in this jar without making too much of a mess.
Sarah, I was watching that all afternoon. I'll be watching that after this again too.
And what this slurry is going to do is it's going to thicken this chicken broth.
Penny, what do you like, girl? I'm telling you. Yes.
What does she eat?
I know it.
Pop-Tarts?
Thank you for watching us, even though you don't like to eat anything. You're so funny.
All right, this is a cup of flour going in 3 cups of milk. And we're going to shake this up really good with a good tight lid. And make a slurry.
Hi, Esther. Better late than never. Slurrying.
Yep. And this has to be shaken. Shaked. I'm making up words as I go. But you have to shake it really good because we got to mix that flour with that milk. And you're just making a kind of a very thick mixture here called a slurry. And I'm looking to see if that looks like it's mixed pretty good. Cover off, and we're going to slowly put this back in, a little bit at a time.
Both pennies.
That needs a little bit more shaking.
Pamela says that's how she makes her gravy.
Yeah, it's a good way to make gravy with slurry, yep.
And now this is don't ruin that beautiful shirt. Y'all know him. Oh, I'm so glad, Tanya. That's great. Oh, that's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be it makes a big old pot of chicken and dumplings. All right, that's all of our slurry. And I'm gonna bring that back to a boil. I'm gonna put this in the sink, pardon me.
Working hard tonight.
Yeah, I've got all kinds of dishes out right now. All right, so we're gonna make the dumplings. And I'm gonna get this out of the way. Gosh.
Dumpling time.
Everybody staying with us here? people, how many viewers have we got, Lindy?
You have got 205. I had not even looked. Yeah. Wow.
200?
Wow. Wanda, a lot of the time it's him. Sometimes it's me. It's just whoever gets to it first, usually the next day. These will be mine, though, because he's leaving tomorrow, so I'll clean all this up.
What?
The dishes.
Oh.
Who cleans up all those dishes, she said.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the leftover chicken and dumplings. I was going to take that with me.
Nuh-uh.
All
They
right.
thought the slurry was the dumplings. They didn't know.
No, that's just to thicken it.
Hey, Donna. Now, Pamela wants to know, when do you add the veggies?
Right about now. I'm just making sure that I've got all this flour mixed up here out of that slurry.
I am hungry too, Patsy. Yeah, Lori, don't you love chicken and dumplings? No, you didn't, Francis. Penny knows me. She said, leave it for Lindy so she won't eat junk. Oh, you're gone.
All right, so now we're going to add these frozen vegetables. Let them cook in while we make these dumplings. And we're just going to dump that right in there. That's one package is 2 cups.
I am so glad, Frida. That makes me happy. She said, I'm enjoying your cooking and learning new techniques.
And I don't know, are you
There
able
we
to
go.
see that?
Yeah, that was good.
So those frozen vegetables will start warming up and cooking while we're doing this, while we're making the
Dumpling. Eva says, I made a dough and cut my dough into thin slices and dropped them into the broth. I've seen it done that way too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're going to do drop dumplings, and this is 2 cups of flour, a tablespoon of baking soda, baking powder, excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Hang on, I'm still here.
Are you there?
I'm still here. We're going to add a tablespoon of baking powder.
Jennifer, the ones I grew up on didn't have veggies in it either. But this, he added the mixed veggies.
We're going to put about a half a teaspoon of salt in there.
It's all-purpose flour, correct?
Yes, it's all-purpose flour. And we're going to put a tablespoon of butter.
Thank you,
It's softened.
Robin.
And then 1 cup of milk.
Oh, that's sweet. Jennifer says, this is my first time to watch you cook. Looking forward to learning from you.
Well, thank you.
And then she said, we are empty nesters and I've given up cooking but want to get back to cooking. You are inspiring me. Yay.
Well, thank you. All right, a cup of milk. And that's what we're going to use to make these dumplings. So we're going to stir that around, mix that butter in there. And that's going to make our dumplings for us.
Michelle says, can't wait to see if you make cornbread dressing for Thanksgiving.
Actually, I make a dressing, but it's not cornbread.
I thought you...
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's
Yeah,
right.
That's all we eat down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mom used to be the dressing maker, and you took that over last year, right?
Well, actually, the dressing 2 years ago.
2 years ago, and I've got my dishes I make, and he makes his for the big holiday meals, and
We have everybody over to our house.
well, when we can, yeah, when we weren't allowed to last year, but yeah, and his giblet gravy is to die for. He's been in charge of giblet gravy for years now.
All right, our mixture is thickening. Our soup mixture is thickening.
Oh, that looks so good.
beginning to boil a little bit. And it has to be to a boil when we drop these
Hey, Chico.
dumplings in here. So they're going to be wet. I guess you can see that. They're going to be wet.
Show them the consistency.
Yeah, it's very wet.
Bloppy. Let's call it bloppy.
Bloppy. If that's a word, bloppy.
I made it up. Bloppy.
All right, I'm going to get this back to a good boil before we put that in there. If you'll excuse me a minute here.
I know, Patsy. There's no other kind to me. Cornbread dressing is it.
We only got 3 minutes left on these muffins.
Are they beautiful?
They are beautiful, and they really smell good too.
Oh, Molly, welcome. She says she's catching you for the first time. Looks like a good recipe to start with. You are making it look easy. Glad I found you guys. We're so happy you did, Molly.
Well, it's like I said at the beginning. This recipe for chicken and dumplings is just a very simple one for an easy family. You don't spend a whole lot of time doing it.
Now, Cindy, it's not cornbread stuffing. It's actually dressing. That's what we call it here. Stuffing is a different thing.
That's right. Stuffing is a
you
different.
need to, oh, he's going to have to make it now. So, oh, look. L. Robert says, let me get up here. As a professional chef myself, what a great consistency, Mr. Keep up the great work. How about that?
As a professional chef?
Yeah, he's a professional chef. Or
Okay.
he or she. I'm very sorry. Either, yeah.
All right, so this is back to a boil. So what we're going to do is we're going to take just a good spoonful of this mixture, and we're going to drop that right in there and just scoop it off with another spoon and let it fall down into that soup.
When I made chicken and dumplings before he took over, I really cheated and made them out of canned biscuits. Y'all don't tell nobody.
They were good.
We loved them, but
Just kind of start these out at, like I said, a spoonful, and just kind of separate them as you begin around this big pot. And
that's
they're
a
gonna.
great idea, Penny. We'll do that. Yes, it will be, Lori. I'm gonna post it. I post them after he finishes cooking, usually that night or the next morning, Penny, but we're going to try to compile them for y'all. I'm working on that now, so you'll be able to download them.
All right, if these don't sink, if your mixture's a little thick and they don't sink, just give them a little touch. They'll fall right down into that soup.
Okay, Becky, that's a good question. She says, my hubby does not like dumplings. Can you use diced potatoes instead?
Sure you could.
I
That
don't
would
see why not.
be great. I see that these muffins have got to come out of the oven.
Ooh, y'all, it's smelling good up in
Look.
here. I agree, Glenda. I liked them. I would do mine in the crock pot, and then right at the last 30 minutes, I would quarter my biscuits and drop them in the crock. Oh, my word. Those look beautiful.
And they're gonna come
Oh,
out.
they smell so good. I'm so hungry.
Look at that. Is that pretty or what? And smell so
barely-
good.
Okay, they were barely in the picture, but hopefully they saw
Were
it.
they? I was trying to get them in.
Look at that.
There we go.
They're
Try to get enough
huge.
light on them you can see them.
Those are big old muffins.
So we're gonna turn that off. Our soup is boiling here, so I'm gonna get back to it.
Egg noodles, good idea, Carol. Yeah, in place of the dumplings, if he doesn't like dumplings, yes. Oh, all the hearts. I think Melanie liked the muffin. They're all saying how delicious they look.
Those muffins are to die for.
Yes, y'all try those muffins. I swear.
And do some for coffee.
Oh, they're so.
Make them the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Keep them for coffee.
No, Judy, we're not gonna have cornbread tonight.
No cornbread tonight. This right here is a meal in itself.
They said they would like for you to do the cornbread dressing in October so that they could have it for Thanksgiving. And
We can do that. I don't. Can you see the pot here? Can you see that how I'm dropping them in there?
Isn't it, Susan? That's what we were thinking. This is a good fall. These are some good fall recipes.
Now these dumplings are gonna, as they cook.
Did you put eggs in the dumplings? Someone asked. She
No.
missed it. No eggs in the dumplings.
No eggs in the dumpling.
Oh,
It is.
Kathy, that sounds good. You may need to share that recipe.
Now these dumplings kind of swell up, so just use a kind of a 3/4 of a spoonful
Hey, Brenda.
to drop them in there.
Brenda Metz is here. She said we need to do the cheesy chicken noodle soup one, that spicy chicken noodle soup. Oh, I need to do that. I usually cook that the weekend after Thanksgiving when my sister-in-law Moidle comes over to do the decorating. She likes me to cook that. So maybe I'll just do that for y'all the weekend after.
That'd be
Well,
a good idea.
I could do that before then, and then y'all could enjoy it all cold weather.
Yep, it is good stuff. All right. Those are just about all in there. I'm gonna.
Rodney said, tell Mel to make some for breakfast. Melanie said, you do that for me. Oh, I know, Brenda. I love that. It's different too. Pumpkin bread smells so good, Chris. There's some easy pumpkin muffins I used to make that are great with coffee too. It's so simple.
All right, last one is going in.
Oh, there's Tiffany Temple.
Hey, Tiffany.
Hi, she said, Mr. Tater Dumpling.
If you saw the mess over here, I don't know. All right, so I don't know. How do you get the comments off of that?
You swipe them one way or the other, or swipe down or up, or I don't know.
There they
you
go.
Now you can see. Okay.
Now I can see what y'all are saying. If you can see now that those dumplings are swelling up,
Oh my goodness, that looks so.
and they get about that big around.
Oh.
So I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit now and make sure that all those dumplings are sinking.
Oh, Chris, you're so sweet. I don't know if you're talking about us, but thank you. If you were, thank you. Oh, there's gonna be some good eating around here tonight, y'all.
It's going to be a lot of cleaning up.
There's a lot, yeah. I should take a picture of the aftermath for y'all and post it with the recipes. Oh, thank you, Chris. Well, okay. After I said thank you, I thought, well, maybe she wasn't talking about us. Penny, why do they keep booting you?
All right, so these need to cook about 10 minutes. I'm going to cover them, let them cook a little bit. I've turned it down to a kind of a simmer, and they just need to simmer for about 10 minutes. And then you're going to have to let those guys cool a little bit before you can dive into them, but you'll really want to do that.
Robin, she said they look so darn good.
They are ooh darn good.
Ooh darn. I know, Linda. It's a problem around here. Esther wants to know, how long does it take the dumplings to cook?
About 10 minutes is all you need to let those cook.
Hey, Joan.
Can you see them coming up there now?
Big old dumplings.
Yep.
Y'all have to, post and let us know in our Taterbuggin Sweet Tater Bugs group. Post if you make any of the recipes and let us know how your family liked it or how you liked it.
Now, one thing I do want to prepare you for, this is not a hard dumpling. These are soft dumplings. They'll be kind of firm on the outside and soft on the inside, and really very tasty because all that chicken and broth and vegetables all going to cook into it.
How do you know when they're done?
Actually, they're going to start rising. They're all going to come to the surface, but just cook them about 10 minutes, and then they're ready to eat.
Lynn wants to know, were you guys high school or college sweethearts?
Huh. Okay, I'll tell you the story about that.
I knew that.
We were not. The year that I graduated high school, Lindy started first grade. So, no, we really were not high school sweethearts. No.
He graduated.
That's the reason I have all the gray and she's still so beautiful.
Oh, stop it. You are so beautiful. We met when his mother and my father were in ICU at the same hospital at the same time. And we met in the waiting area, and it turned out my mother had known his father for years. She was his banker. And, but before I even knew that, I saw him across the waiting room.
Oh, here we go.
That's the truth. I told people. I just knew in my heart. I had listened to him talk on the phone. He was the kindest, sweetest man and the most gorgeous man I'd ever seen in my life. And I thought, I'm going to marry that man. It was just, I knew it. And here we are, all low these 36 years later.
36 years. So, how about an apple strudel muffin?
Thank you, Christine. I know God brought him to me. My dad died just after Gerald and I started dating, and I know he's what got me through. His mother, I mean, she lived lots and lots of years past that, but yeah.
So, this might need a...
Those aren't any good, are they?
Oh, darn. You know what? I think those are better than the first batch.
Oh, how's that?
Why did you take the whole thing from me?
Possible? Well, I just was going to take a bite. Oh my goodness.
That's really good.
Glenda, we have two grown sons. One lives in Colorado, and one lives here with us. He has made a cameo before in some of our videos.
Okay, our muffins are done. They're going to be cooling, and they're going to be ready for breakfast in the morning. The chicken and dumplings is ready to serve. Scoop it up, get a ladle full of that soup and a few dumplings in each little serving, and just dive in and enjoy it.
Oh, Melanie, you're so sweet. Sharon says, gonna make you sick for eating in front of us.
Uh-huh. Well, I appreciate y'all joining us here. As always, I appreciate when y'all join me here just doing this silly little cooking show. I appreciate your business, and remember our store is taterbuggin.myshopify.com. We have our little screen doors on there. We've got some scarecrows. She's got a new witch on there.
He makes everything by hand, y'all, and that's why the tiered tray, the ladder tray, is on hold. He got a whole bunch of orders, and he's catching up though, and we'll put them back in the shop.
Yeah, I am on those tier trays hard and heavy, and hope to have those back available for you here in maybe by the middle of next week.
Thank y'all for watching.
I thank you. We love you all, and Lindy will be back live on Sunday at 4 o'clock. Please join her there. In the meantime, Lee with the Turquoise Valentine's coming on at 7:30. I think is Amanda on tonight?
Amanda's usually on Thursday nights too, or she may be doing Friday night this week. I'll have to check.
Lee's on tonight though.
I think so.
Thank you. We're going to get out of your house there, and thank you for joining us in our kitchen. Go make you some chicken and dumplings and and make you some muffins. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.